The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Exist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.
Yeah, you need to be stretched.
I do need to be stretched.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. It is Pawsitive Talk Time, and boy, do we have a topic that all of you need to understand today, because there is no magic wand, as we are talking behind the scenes, that you all think you drop off a dog and, ooh, miraculously, it's so easy. If you have not been a part of our Pawsitive Talk Time, this is Jessica Cooke, the owner of Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa in Cottleville and in O'Fallon. And then, of course, Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. I know a lot of you missed us together, so here we are again. Yeah, we're going to talk about the day in the life of a groomer. And you used to do 8 dogs in a day?
8 dogs in a day. That's pretty typical, what's expected. But now, as the years have gone by,
She's like, my body aches.
It takes a toll, and yeah.
And we've talked about some of the hardest that they've had to deal with. But yeah, we're going to discuss that today. We're going to get into weather. I told you it's going to be beautiful. I have a sleeveless shirt on, and I thought that's what I was wearing today. I was like, put the dogs out and went, it's cold out there.
It's chilly, I know.
Yeah.
You get springtime in Missouri. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, that's very true. And this weekend, by the way, I was just telling Jessica, if you have plans for the weekend, it is going to be in the 90s. So let's tell you that. Today, enjoy it, by the way. Get out, walk the dogs, get them out early. 76 degrees. It's going to be really pretty. And then into the 50s again. Then we get into this stretch. Actually, looks like it's gone down a little bit for Saturday, because originally KMOV was saying 90 and then 91. So for tomorrow, there is a chance of some AM rain, about a 50% chance. So just know that. Grab the umbrella as you're heading out the door, heading into the weekend. We get Saturday, 50% chance of scattered storms and 86. Sunday, 90. It is not summer yet, but that's what's happening on Sunday. Monday is 91. Afternoon storms happening. Rain and storms on Tuesday for 82. And by the way, we've got St. Louis City and the Cardinals in action that day, so it'll be a busy one heading into downtown. Wednesday, 80 degrees. And then next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it looks pretty nice. It's into the low to mid 80s, which is pretty typical, what you would expect for this time of year. Okay. You're going to do news you can use with me, okay? We're going to talk a little bit back and forth. And the reason I wanted to do this is that I was pulling up some stories, and I asked Jessica, have you been following this whole thing with the hantavirus? And she's like, yeah. So she and I mentioned that if you remember Gene Hackman, and when he passed, that was the cause. Now, a lot of people, you're around animals a lot, okay? So a lot of people are like, rodent droppings, what? This doesn't make any sense. So when you first heard about this, what was your thought?
My thought was, they're not on a pirate ship. I immediately thought something, they got it somewhere else. It didn't make sense that to me that they would have got it from a cruise ship. So my spidey senses kind of went up. I was like, okay, this is, if one person has it, I doubt. And then started researching. I didn't know about the Andes version of it, which made sense then where they were at, and thought, okay, but then I don't know. It's making me nervous.
That is what I've been asking all of you. So I first started talking about this over a week and a half ago now. And then I just mentioned there was a story that talked about people that were being tested in Kansas. It's getting closer. Okay, so here's the latest. The U.S. health officials are investigating possible hantavirus case not linked to the cruise ship outbreak. So this is for you from a federal information, or international information, I should say. So out of Rockford, Illinois, health officials in Illinois investigating a potential case that is not associated with the cruise ship outbreak. The Illinois Department of Public Health said the person did not travel internationally. The health department believes the Winnebago County resident contracted hantavirus while cleaning a home that had rodent droppings. Hantaviruses are mainly spread from rodents to people through urine, droppings, saliva. The potential case had direct contact with rodent droppings while cleaning and had symptoms consistent with an exposure to that. So the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, conducting additional testing to confirm the potential positive case, again, in Illinois. The individual is recovering from mild symptoms and did not require hospitalization. But these people that are coming off of the ship, as we've been mentioning, are being quarantined. So very eerily similar to 6 years ago.
So very.
You and I both are concerned.
I'm concerned. Yeah, I don't. I don't like it.
But you brought up a great point, and it's what I was thinking. And I'm asking all of you now, as you're getting ready to, sign on. Hopefully, you can stay with us. But if you're running off to work, maybe grab the phone. Don't watch, but grab the phone and keep listening. Weigh in when you get to work and do a little hashtag. What are your thoughts on all of this? Because no way will the world allow a shutdown.
No, and I think, though, also COVID was the year of the dog. Remember, everybody was, and I think hantavirus is going to be the year of the cat. Everybody needs a cat. Nobody's going to want mice or rodents, so it's the cat's turn.
Hey, the cat's always like, do you see me over here? You guys are always talking about dogs. That's an interesting point. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. You're hearing this. Maybe some of you have been gone on vacation. You're coming back going, what the heck is a hantavirus? Just start looking it up because it is all over all the national news. And so yeah, you've got people that are getting off the ship. You were mentioning.
Yeah. It's always been around. If you look up hantavirus and how many cases there are, it is a thing with rodents and the droppings. But the whole coming to America doesn't have cases of the Andes where it's to human, and that's concerning.
This isn't a coming to America like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
This we don't want, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it's the mortality rate of it all.
Yeah, I think they said 40%. And then the 8-week intubation period,
yep.
That's scary too,
Yep.
because with COVID, I think it was 14 days?
Correct. Or it was a little bit longer in the beginning and then it lessened.
I think so.
Yeah.
But 8 weeks, I mean.
So again, weigh in, folks. We're starting with that because that is like the big national news story. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Okay, let's move on to this one. More officials are fighting against ultra-processed foods. And I'm glad on this, right?
Me too.
We need to get the
Yes.
nation healthier. So we're talking about, again, heart disease as well as obesity and cancer. All these things that we stress are linked to processed foods and sugars.
I actually just downloaded
You have an app?
this app, Yucca.
Yep.
Y-U-K.
I know about it.
My family got mad at me. Everything in my pantry was going to the chickens. I mean,
Our friend that's on with us every other Monday, Jenny Gabriel. She's out this way in Wentzville. She has JG Optimal Wellness. All of her clients that she works with, that's the thing she introduces them to immediately.
Holy cow.
They say it's a game changer.
It's a game changer. You'll love it. You just scan the barcode, and some of these things where I thought they were healthy because and I always am a pretty good package checker, but these chocolate covered fruit berries that I thought were better than eating the cookies or whatever. The level of carcinogens in it, or ultra processed things or things that cause, and I'm like, well, I just would have ate my cookies over here. I didn't know, and so it was
Yucca.
It was really and the difference between even our hot sauces, which ones?
Oh, don't tell me that.
So,
Seriously?
We had so much fun with it, but yeah, my family.
How
didn't
did you
have fun
find out
with
about
it? My mom. My mom told me about it.
So this is the app that you keep hearing people talk about that work with Jenny, by the way. She's a nutritional therapy practitioner, and she swears by that app. So look it up. It's a free app?
It's a free app.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yucca, Y-U-C-K-A?
Y-U-K-A.
Y-U-K-A. Look it up, and it will be a game changer. A lot of people have said that. But yeah, with regards to the processed foods, a 2025 study found that those foods make up more than half of the calories that Americans eat at home. We're looking at all of us, ultra-processed foods. Again, go into your cabinet. As a trainer, I'm always asking people to start cleaning it up. Just get rid of it, then don't buy it again, right? Trying to get your whole family healthier. Politicians from both sides of the aisle are taking aim at the state and federal levels. In October of last year, California became the first state to outright ban ultra-processed foods from school lunches, which, again, makes me happy.
Me too. I think that's great.
Get it out of that for the kids. Something is poisoning the American people. That was a quote from RFK. And, he's doing everything he can to clean things up as well. All right, so we're trying to get you healthier. That's from the health standpoint. Colon cancer cases rising in younger adults. And I keep hearing more and more cases. And we're talking about, again, not people that are in their 50s. We're talking about younger people. And so that's why they're urging early screenings. Colorectal cancer, now the leading cause of cancer-related deaths in men under 50, and the second leading cause in women under the age of 50. And so there's one woman that said, it probably saved her life because she actually did get screened at the age of 45. So understand that. that and fight for it, by the way. I had a doctor that was talking the other day, and he's like, I have a problem with the fact that a lot of these screenings, we talk about breast cancer, that the age for breast cancer has gotten younger.
Yeah. I got screened when I was 45, and I just went with it, with whatever. I didn't know it was older than that, so I'm glad that I did that.
Yeah, no, so they used to say 50.
Okay.
Yep, and then at 50, then it became, okay, now we go from here. So I'm again, we're all talking about getting the world healthier, and I think these things are paramount. Okay, you and I laughed at this one. Come on, Trump. Now he needs a phone?
Yeah.
Evidently, for all of you that are all on the Trump bandwagon, there's mobile phones that are going to start shipping this week. It's called the T1 phone, and it's arrived. Those who pre-ordered the phone will be receiving an update email. They start shipping this week, and that was a post from Trump himself, how excited he is that it's coming out. So it was the original release date, I guess, of August of 25. I did not hear about this.
Is it for senior citizens? Who gets the phone?
It's just designed with American values in mind, according to Trump. So to order the phone, which runs on Android, not Apple, customers must join a waiting list. They pay a $100 refundable deposit, being sold for a price of $499, which is a lot less than these Apple phones.
Yeah.
It's unclear how many people have paid the deposit and are on the waiting list. They are also selling refurbished Apple and Samsung phones on their website.
Okay.
Trump Mobile's 5G 47 plan is available for $47.45. Family military plans are available, so it includes unlimited talk, text, data, complete device protection, 24/7 roadside assistance through Drive America, telehealth services, and free international calling. So he's trying to just make this from a value standpoint.
It sounds,
it's cheaper.
It's cheaper. It sounds good. I don't know. We'll have to see what people think of it.
You have an Apple, right?
I do.
Okay, I have both. I have two phones. So Apple is warning all of us, and Jessica and I agree with this. You don't like when we have to do updates to you.
I know, because my photos are different, and you get used
Where
to
is everything?
Exactly. It's supposed to, like an update, you think, cool, it's going to be better, and a lot of times it's not.
Well, I think it's because we've gotten used to it, right?
Yeah.
Well, Apple is actually urging us right now, iPhone, iPad users, to update their latest operating systems, but this is because of safety. The new iOS 26.5 and iPad OS 26.5 address a lengthy list of security flaws. Apple said it also introduced support for end-to-end encrypted RCS messaging at the beta level, and experts are saying that hackers are using artificial intelligence to find new ways to attack the phones and the tablets, which is exactly what I've been worried about. We've got this intelligence out there, and so whatever we had before isn't working as well.
Well, they're going to get 27,000 dog photos if they hack my phone.
Yeah, you're like, go at it.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Okay, I asked Jessica, and I'm going to ask all of you, have you seen Journey without Steve Perry?
I have not.
Okay, you have to go see him. I just love their lead singer. I think he's so crazy talented. So tickets are going on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m., and the band will be performing at Enterprise Center November 16th. It's part of the Final Frontier Tour. A total of 40 new dates, actually, were just announced. Let me know. Have you seen him? We did. He's an Energizer Bunny. The way he runs around on stage, you've heard how talented he is.
I've heard him. He sounds great.
I think he sounds just like him.
Yeah.
He was found, I believe, quote me if I'm wrong here, I believe he was found doing karaoke. The band found him.
I think
They're
so,
like,
too.
this guy's amazing.
Right.
Okay, so Journey's coming, and then also, if you're a fan of Miranda Lambert, as well as Ludacris, they are headlining the Celebrate St. Louis this year. So go and see them. Other musical headliners include Kenny Loggins, Stephen Marley, the son of Bob Marley. So that's, of course, for the 4th of July. And then City Museum has announced some summer events that they have coming up. We're talking about summer already because it actually feels like it. I told you otherwise. It's going to feel like it. But if you want to head down to City Museum, it starts with Memorial Day weekend. They will have their Glow City event May 25th through 31st. But then you'll like this one, the Ready Go Dog Show, June 19th through July 5th. So they're going to have all of that heading down if you go to City Museum.
Actually, it's a great show. Nikki Penta, she was employed here during COVID because she was a traveling dog show and needed still somewhere to work and do in-house. So she's fantastic. If you haven't seen
part of that?
Yep. If you haven't seen Ready Go Dog Show, it's amazing.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, St. Louis City SC was in action last night, and they beat LAFC. The final was 2-1. Cardinals lost to the Athletics. The final there was 6-2. And as we wrap things up today, here's what's on tap for you. Dance like a chicken day.
How do you dance like a chicken day? What?
How does a chicken dance? You've got some. You got to go home and, well, you need to
Okay,
video
I'm gonna
and then
dance
hashtag
like a
it. Yes, please do it. I want to see that on your social media reel. You and the chickens dancing
Who gets
together.
to make up these
And
days?
that's what Jim always asks. He's like, everybody's got a day, right? National Decency Day. That should be every day.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim, this is your day. He loves buttermilk biscuits. Underground America Day. Those are the things that are on tap. And then, of course, we've been mentioning all week long, it is National Police Week. So honor our officers that are there
Always.
for us. Yes,
Yes.
please. And so get your kids, by the way, to tug on their sleeve a little bit and say, thank you.
Yes.
It's always cute
Yes.
to see when my husband and I are together and he's in uniform, all the little kids will look, are you a police officer?
Yeah.
The other day, Jim goes, no, I'm an Amazon driver. They just had me dressed like this. Jim, be nice.
Ariana, we were just talking. All my kids are graduating, and the DARE officers made such a huge impact in their life
Oh,
in
really?
the school. Yeah,
Oh, I'm happy to hear
Yeah,
that.
it was really cute. They all had different schools, and they're like, "Oh, DARE was so fun," and I had officer so and so and officer so and so. So I thought that was really cute.
That makes me happy,
Those
Jessica.
officers in the school really made a difference.
Which, okay, that makes me happy because they did when I was younger, and then I think it lost it a little bit. It's good to hear it back. 'Cause they've got school resource officers that are there. You've got the DARE officers. Love, love, love. Okay, folks, so that's what we do in the first 15 minutes of the show. We do news you can use. But don't you like it like this? You're just going to have to start joining me.
All right.
My
Yeah.
co-host. Let's see. Rose said, Jessica, I got one of my dogs groomed years ago. She's no longer with us, but every time I took her in and when she was ready to be picked up, they constantly said, we got ourselves a barker. They wanted her picked up first. Was not nice for her confidence to be called out in front of her peers.
Yeah, sometimes we try to be so honest, but sometimes we forget how that can affect the pet parents.
Get this barker out
Yeah.
of here. Good morning. A great day to golf with my ladies league. Yeah, Linda, enjoy that. Can't wait until you share. Okay, I got that. So I'm going to tell Jessica that in just a second. Matt, hold on tight. I know full well what goes on behind the groomer's table, and this is behind the table today. I was the one who called the nervous dogs, especially if nails were involved.
Yeah.
All right, Lori. Good morning, everybody. Not worried, Rose says, about hantavirus. It can be concerning, but not going to worry.
Okay.
Worried more about the stuff in our food. There it is, the processed stuff.
You're not wrong.
And Julie said, colon cancer, I feel the processed food comes to play. Absolutely does.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, it takes someone to be diagnosed or even have a scare of cancer for them to suddenly clean things up and then say, no more sugar, because sugar just feeds the cancer. Folks, it's all up to us, right, to clean our diets up. So understand that. So today we are talking about going behind the table, the life of a groomer. I have two Leos. Okay, so two law enforcement officer grandchildren. Thank you, Karen. Tell the Leos in your family thank you. Okay, it's time for our Pawsitive Talk Time. If you're new to it, we go in depth about your babies. And again, we're not going to forget about the cats.
Yep.
The cats can come here, but they rescue out the dogs. Ruff, ruff. We're going to hear from one of the rescues doing just that. Who are we going to see at the end of the show today? Morsel. And tell me a little bit about Morsel.
Morsel came to us. He was adopted from the APA at 12 weeks old. Actually, my massage therapist, I was face down massaging, and she's like, oh my gosh, my client was just in here. She has terminal cancer. Aww. And she doesn't know what she's going to do with her dog. And, she's been going these treatments and all this stuff. And so I'm face down. I'm like, I'll take him. I have a rescue. So she's hugging my back. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell her. So he came to us clearly with some high anxiety. Because she said he would never leave her side when she was really sick, bedridden.
Sure, they know.
Absolutely. And so, his whole world was turned upside down. And he's fantastic. He's one of our volunteer favorites. He's a 5-year-old golden retriever, kid-friendly, dog-friendly, cat-friendly, potty trained. He is a dog, though, that appears, how we talk about when you first meet you, he's going to bear hug you. He's going to jump up. He loves so hard, but he's a best snuggler, good boy. And he can fit 4 tennis balls in his mouth.
Oh, okay. I've seen that. Look at how many of you love that energy. To me, that's what I'm looking for in a dog. But I get it.
Yeah.
And some people are like, no. They have to have manners. That's why, by the way, you do the training. And when you adopt from Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, tell them about what they get.
So our adoption process is all of our dogs are assigned a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
So we do almost like our lessons that we do with training with the potential adopters to help transfer those skills over. And then 50% off all services for life. So
Come on, take advantage of that. Yay, puppy time, Ann just said. Yes, Babs, good morning to you as well. Well, today we want you to all understand from the empathy standpoint of what they go through. So Jessica has been a groomer for 20...
Sure.
Plus?
So I started bathing
like,
when I
"Don't
was,
tell them."
I know, I started bathing when I was 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
So,
okay, so 5 years ago.
yeah.
Let's go with that. No, she's been doing this for a long time, and she told me that the typical end of a groomer's time is...
Yeah, I had to pull up some notes and get on some of my grooming. So typically dog groomers leave at the age of 45.
45.
Yep.
And it's because of the wear and tear it takes on the body.
Absolutely.
And you felt everything that these pictures that we brought up, everything that they're feeling. And again, depending on the dog, did you tell me that doodles are one of the hardest?
Yes, so the doodle era in 2012, there's all kinds of articles in our grooming forums, dramatically changed the industry and the longevity of dog groomers.
And why are they so hard, by the way? Everybody wants, look at it before. Look at how cute it is afterwards. And you think a magic wand is waved and it's very, very easy.
And our magic wand is our arm that we can't move in 10 years. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what we're going to talk about, by the way. You know, she's having shoulder problems, but carpal tunnel is a big issue as well. You think you may have a rotator cuff tear?
Yeah. It's one of those things where, this also made me sad that many groomers finish their day unable to walk normally is a common thing in our industry. So for years, if you don't take care of yourself, have the right equipment, which I have done all those things over the years, but it's slow erosion on your body. It's such a physical demanding job that, ailments, and it's one of those, my doctor just said, well, how long has this been bothering you? Well,
she said 2 years. Jessica, gosh darn it.
2 years. But it's one of those things, I'm very aware of my body, and we talked about, I go see a physiotherapist and a massage therapist and a chiropractor, and I hydrate and I eat well and I rest, all those things, and we have the best equipment. But I started from an era where there was chemicals and a lot of things. I don't grow hair on my arms because we used to dip flea dogs with pyrethrin, and now we know that that's so bad. And that we didn't have hydraulic tables or low tubs or all the efficient things and earplugs. So it's evolved, but I was, one of those groomers that started when you're doing dogs on the floor because you can't pick up a dog on the table and all those things. But it's still wear and tear no matter how well you're taking care of your body. It's, I try to treat my body. Groomers are athletes pretty much. It's weight training, it's resistance training constantly.
Well, yeah, because you're picking up these dogs that who knows what the weight is. And, for all of you, by the way, that do hair, you're probably like, oh my God, scream to the people all the way in the back, Jessica, because it's all of you in the industry where we think, oh, good, whether you're human or whether it's the animals, we're just going to come and we get pretty and then we leave and we don't realize the positioning you're torquing your body into.
You're standing and we'll always, I have my girls I'm like, okay, everybody switch up because you lean on one side or you're hunched over. And when you're doing one dog, you might be in that position for a couple hours and you don't realize. And it's the resistance too, because you have to hold the dog completely still with one hand and go with the other. And back in the day, I probably could have arm matched a UFC, because you do have to be just you have to keep the animal safe.
Yeah.
It's all these different positions that you have to put your body in.
Well, that's a good point. And she was just mentioning when I first walked in this morning, she's like, it wouldn't be fair to me or the dog for me to be doing the amount that I used to do because, again, the dog's coming in. You have to be ready. It's moving around. I had the idea. I was going to bring Wigglebutt Adelaide in today. And I'm like, oh, what do you think about you and I doing it together? She's like, no, seriously, Monica. She's like, she's going in for an MRI to see if she does have a tear. And she's like, I wouldn't even be able, like, if she moves, I won't be able to do it. So I came up with an idea. What do you all think of this? That I think she should just sit there and tell me what I have to do. And she likes this idea.
I like it. I like it.
Tell me what I have to do so I can show you the behind the scenes of the life of a groomer. And I would just be doing one. She multiplies that by 8 in a day's time. But you were just telling me something that was funny with you and your daughter of saying, we could just get done and how gorgeous the animal looks and then
they potty and we're like you'll hear no, like it never fails. Like we do have, and we have one, it's a Frenchie that comes here and the mom knows. So we have to just be like, we're going to finish her, be here at 2:00 on the dot. We don't even put her in a kennel anymore holding. You can take her out immediately right after. She party dance, finger paints her room every time.
Yeah, and then people are looking at you like, what the heck did you do?
And it's like starting all over again.
My God.
Yeah.
Okay, what percentage do you think that happens?
Not that often.
Okay,
it's
good.
usually puppies.
Well, sure.
Yeah, they
It's
just
like
get
a little
it's
baby.
usually puppies. They get excited.
So again, if you're just tuning in, today our feature for Pawsitive Talk Time, we're talking about exactly what you're seeing here. Is the life of a groomer so taxing on them that their lifespan of their career is, as she mentioned, 45, that's when they are wrapping up. So you would look at this going, this is a young person's career,
Yes.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
So they need more in it.
Yeah, so 93% of groomers are women, and they enter in the teens, usually right after high school, 20s, which I love when girls come to me, and I actually do an internship program, and we work with a couple of the other online colleges, and so I do a lot of the training now because it is a very lucrative career for someone who, college isn't going to be that route. But taking care of yourself and, knowing that you're going to, it's a lot of grooming facilities, they don't have a 401k or things. So 45 is early to retire and have that income. So you really need to take care of yourself. And a lot of the older groomers then become mentors and teach.
I was just going to say, what do they do when this is what they knew.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Or go consult, or like myself, like I have, clientele over the years. And so you have to charge appropriately then. So like the women that are older that have been in there, they're the more experienced. They've seen everything, they can do it. So charging more for that senior groomer.
Yeah, and people are always like, why? Why is it so expensive? It's the years. It's the longevity. It's everything that they've been through. It's just like when you go in and get your hair cut and there's like level 1 and there's master.
Right.
She's the master.
Yeah.
You're Yoda.
I'm a sensei. Yeah.
I knew it. Folks, we want you to know these things. And again, I'm showing you pictures of how beautiful the dogs are. And I think you all have the belief that it's fun for them all day long. Oh, you get to play with our dogs and they're great and they're well behaved. And look, can't you make them look like this? And by the way, can't you do it in an hour? I'm on lunch break.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get that a lot?
Can you just squeeze my
15-pound
dog in? And the little ones actually are just as hard, sometimes harder than the bigger dogs.
And why is that?
They move a little bit more, and having scissors and all the equipment on a tiny dog, the risk of injury is greater. Just they have those little tuck-up spots in the armpits, and if they're moving, it is sometimes like puppies that are this big are the most difficult to,
like little Yorkies?
Yes,
little teacups?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Again, would you all think this?
I would say Yorkies are probably one of the worst dogs to
All right, we're learning so much from her today.
To groom.
What I want you all to understand understand this. And so when you are dropping them off, have patience, understand what they're going through, understand what happens to their body. So yes, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, I want you to think of all the things over your tenure of doing this that you have worked through. Because obviously this one, she's been dealing with for 2 years now. Yeah. Think about the scar tissue that has, if it is actually torn, the amount of scar tissue that's in there, and then physical therapy. You probably know, all of you right away, you're like, Monica, can't you hook her up? Our title sponsor now is Exist Stretch. I told her immediately, I want you to get in and get stretched. If you want to come and meet me for lunch, and then we will get you in and get stretched. Everybody, by the way, your first stretch, if you haven't been in, is absolutely free. So if you have not been in, it doesn't make any sense to me. The only problem with Jessica is
she might lose money on my free stretch.
Nope, she actually wants to heal. Look, I went in. This is a big stretch, by the way. Doesn't that look good?
That looks great.
Yeah, it is. I mean, do I get the sticker? It would be obviously in the upper area of your shoulder and your neck, etc. But you go in and you tell her what is bothering you. And my mom was a little worried because, she just came off of having her femur broke and then also had surgery. But she'll delicately go through that. I would love to see you on her table and have you get the same thing that I said, which was my mind was blown at what, I have been having these concussion symptoms.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look good? Look, you literally are just
I'm like drooling. Yeah.
Can you please do that to me? Well, again, folks, if you haven't been in yet, the first stretch, and she actually talked to us yesterday. She said some people come in and she doesn't see them again, and that's fine. Once you realize that it is game changing, then you probably will. The only thing is they need one out here, and I agree with this. They have 2 locations: St. Louis Hills, so if you want to travel into the city, or they have the one in Arnold, so it's inside of Exist Fitness. All right, let's get Jessica stretched, everybody. Right, we need to take care of her. All right, we will be right back, and when we come back, Matt, you asked earlier about the hot tub. Have you been seeing this?
No.
Okay, so when we come back, we're going to tell you a little bit about spas and more, and the fact that by 10 a.m. this morning, the decision will be made. Which one will it be? I'm going to let Jessica weigh in on this, and then we'll get back to, she needs one of these too, by the way. Yeah. She's like, I need all of this.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
All right, Smoky Mountain. You have to come in and see, but it's got different depth of colors in it. With walnut. Or Midnight down below here. Storm Cloud.
Yes.
Or Tuscan Sun. No, that's the graphite. I think it would look better with the walnut. There's Tuscan Sun. And the walnut base. Look at this. How cool is this? You can add that onto it. Didn't know that. All right, what's this one again?
Midnight Canyon.
Midnight Canyon. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Final decision. Okay, if you haven't heard us talking about this over the last 48 hours or for the last several months, because I kept going, Jim, I need a hot tub.
Yeah.
She's going to understand this with me because of the way our bodies feel. So I go to get stretched and then I want a hot tub. So she was like, oh, wait, I haven't seen this yet. So just looking, and again, there's a huge difference from getting into the showroom and then seeing it. Which one did you say?
I liked the brown gray,
Caramely?
the caramely one.
So that's called
from
Tuscan Sun.
look-wise. Yeah, okay.
I know. And I thought I made the decision. Angie, if she's watching, she's going to go like, Monica, are you kidding me? I thought I made a decision, but I went home and I looked at our retaining wall and the colors of it all. And then I
Okay.
looked at the color of the house. Even though this isn't our forever home, and you sit there and go, well, what if you transfer? And then, right now, I think your Tuscan Sun one you're picking
Yeah.
matches our house.
Okay.
The only problem is, just like anything, let's say you're getting like a slab of marble for, your counter, your kitchen or whatever. You're looking at it in the store and you want that exact swirl and everything. As you know,
Yeah.
you never know what you're going to
Yeah.
get. So the only thing that Angie told us with that one is that it could have a little bit more red, and she said it looks like a 70s ashtray. And I'm like, well, no, I don't want
yeah,
that.
I don't know if I would risk that
See?
then. Yeah.
So the one that I have been liking is this one. So
that
it's-
was my second pick because I like the more I like the depth of the different colors.
Right. So it's got grays in it. It has like chocolate brown. It's got caramel look. It's got
Yeah.
black. So that's your second pick?
Yeah.
Okay. So folks, if you haven't weighed in yet, I want you to weigh in. By 10 o'clock this morning, I have to make a decision.
Ooh, fun.
Yes.
I mean, is it any wrong
No,
decision?
no. No, but it's funny because you get to pick the shell, you get to pick the
I mean,
cabinet, etc.
whatever one has the best jets, I guess.
Carla says one is gorgeous, so you like the cream one. That's probably my least favorite, the Smoky Mountain one. I love Smoky Mountains, but it's that one. Let's see. Peppa goes to the groomer for about 50 minutes. That's all he can handle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. We go to get pretty and we're like, how much longer do we have to be here? Oh no, not Peppy. Jessica, my hubby was painting our porch floor out in the country. It was still wet and one of our dogs got out and hold on, I need my glasses. Does that say pretty? Pretty little dog prints got all over the floor. Hubby didn't think it was so cute, but all four of her paws are still white. Can't get the paint off. You have advice?
Cute. Yes. Put some coconut oil on and let that sit, and then it should just kind of flake off. So not any soap base, but more of a
Coconut oil.
base. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. I'm telling you, she's genius. My grandpuppy, Wilbur, is a golden doodle. He has a wonderful life filled with love. Yes, but they are a lot for the groomers. Again, if you're just tuning in, today we're talking about going behind the table and her giving us the background on what they go through. Just signed on. Can we talk about Jessica's kids and their academic achievements, all three of them with accolades? We've mentioned a little bit that she has just been coming off of graduation. You have another one.
Yes, another graduation. I know. Me and my husband are like high-fiving each other. We're like, how did we raise these big brain kids? We are so excited.
They're incredible. I've only had a chance to meet two of them, right? I don't.
Parker, he's the oldest, maybe. I think you've met all of them at the gala.
I have?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're incredible kids, and congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
But she made me laugh because she was like, "We have another graduation and another graduation, and we have to be like, yay, kids!"
Yeah, I know, and it's a lot, but it's exciting. It's so they're all at different levels, and I'm so proud of them.
Of course. I mean, you're glowing, you're beaming. She actually said, I was at a graduation last night. I wanted to sleep like this so I could get up early.
Yeah.
And as you see by her last name, it's Cooke, so there's C, so they are in the very beginning, and then you have all the rest of the kids to be like, I'm excited for all of you.
Yes, so proud.
All right, so you should be. Yes, congratulations to you and to all the kids. Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue, by the way, as well as Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. So there's two locations when it comes to grooming, when it comes to boarding, etc. We want you to support those that support us. So they have two locations, O'Fallon, Missouri, and out here in Cottleville, which is where we are today, by the way. So yes, always look down below and support those that support us. So in your grooming life, is this probably the worst injury?
Probably. I mean, it's the ongoing. 'Cause honestly, most people think of dog bites, cat bites.
Yeah.
Those are the worst, but those all
The lingering ones.
The lingering ones. Anytime I get bit by a cat, I immediately have to go to the hospital and start antibiotics because
Really?
they have so much bacteria in their mouth that and cat groomers out of. Gosh, all the groomers that we've ever hired, it's myself, and we've got one here, Haley and Nikki. Very few groomers are skilled enough to do the cats because cats it's kind of like grooming a jack-in-the-box. There's no calming them down once they get to a level, so you have to approach them quickly, efficiently, safely be able to read their body language to get them done.
And again, I love all animals, but that's the thing. I cannot ever understand a
And
cat.
you're dealing with claws and teeth.
Right.
And they're a lot more flexible, bendable than the dog. So
Yeah, just
they're
jump.
they're coming at you at all different ways. Yes.
Yeah, again, cat lovers, I love you, but their personalities, I don't know, that you never
Yeah.
know what they're going to do with you. And then it's like, phew.
Yeah.
They-
Every time something happens, though, that's how groomers learn from, so way back, I was probably 19, grooming a cat. Cat was great and was doing all the things, and I was carrying the cat back to the bathtub like this. That's the last time, and now you safely harness them up. You kind of hold them, scruff them, get them into the tub. And the cat, for some reason, it was just, low growling, no big deal. Like cats, they talk. Vampire bit me so bad on my neck it's one of those things you shouldn't have done it. I got comfortable with the cat, and that was probably the worst cat bite that I've ever had.
Wow. And then, but again, I think you brought up a good point. I mentioned earlier in the show that when we drop our dogs off and we're just like, oh, great, now we're going to go play with friends. We're going to go to lunch. We're just going to, when do I need to be back? Oh, okay, 2, 3, 4 hours. We'll get a hold of you. Just again, have the patience, have the empathy of what they're going through, but understand at the end of the day, she mentioned that they have a hard time even walking, or it's the toll that it's putting on their body for the rest of the day and in the days to come when you don't address it.
Yeah.
And how can you? Because you're coming into work the very next day, taking on another 8.
Yep. And we actually have a groomer currently who's going through cancer treatments, radiation, and she still needs to work. She wants to work, because that's the thing with groomers too. We love what we do.
Well, those are your regular clients. You can't wait to see.
She doesn't want to let down the regular clients, but how many people that come in that are like, is it done yet? They don't know she needs to go hydrate. She might feel nauseous. Like, there's lives that groomers are going through. Lots of the groomers, because we talked about 93% are women. Grooming when you're pregnant is so hard.
Yes.
So hard. I groomed.
You did?
I groomed up until I went into labor, and it was exhausting.
Again, it's putting all of you before them. That's not a good thing. You're supposed to take care of you.
Yeah. But again, we've got single mothers, and they can't go without a paycheck, or so we all push through.
Again, I want you to understand what they go through. Do cats need to be groomed like dogs do?
Not as often, but yes, we see the same thing. Cats, at some point in their life, they're going to need, maybe their nails trimmed, or as they get older, they clean themselves less and they need help. So starting early really just creates a way of life for them. When we see cats that are all matted, now they're 8 years old, and they say they've never been groomed before, but I can't get it out, and those usually will attempt it, but a lot of those cats, we work with the vets, the pet doctor at both locations to we suggest sedation grooming for the cats that have never been groomed, because think about it, cats are a lot more finicky than dogs, and then you're coming at them, taking very uncomfortable matting off.
Yeah.
They're not happy about it, and so we'll always attempt it. And then most of the cats, we've got regular clients that come in, even the short hair cats that maybe are a little plump, a little overweight, they can't get all their areas, so it makes a difference. But I would say, probably 4 times a year are our regular clients.
So
cats.
why do they, when they get older, why do they stop grooming themselves as much?
Their digestion too, they can't get all that hair and digest it the way, and their oils change. Just different. We see a lot of the cats that need it later in life when they're plump house cats. They can't get to their rear. They can't lift all
can't
the
get in
things.
there.
Yeah.
So grooming. when should you first introduce, like, you adopt, let's say people adopt a puppy. When should they first be introducing grooming to get them used to this?
So when we have like litters here, we are, before they even need to be groomed, we are, turning vacuums on by them and hair dryers, all those things. It's just like no big deal to them. And definitely holding, messing with their feet and doing the nails and all of that. So usually by 12 weeks, once they have all their vaccines, that should be the first time. And some people will think, oh, well, my dog doesn't need a haircut, but just getting them into the different sights and sounds and bath and nails, just a quick puppy introduction kind of sets the foundation versus waiting for a year-old dog. Like, now we can get their haircut. Well, now it's going to be twice as hard on the groomer, twice as hard on the dog.
Again, so we're working hand in hand with them. The other thing is, you just said it. A lot of people are like, oh, I think groomers, right, that they all, it's specialized dogs, which again, we were showing you pictures earlier of the ones that do that actual transformation of, oh, look at how shaggy they are. And then, oh, look how cute. And they got little bows in their hair. But other people are watching saying, well, my dogs don't need something like this kind of a transformation. Do I still need to bring them in, or can't I just wash them myself?
Yes and no. So it all depends. Like groomers, we have the professional, our products, we research for all kinds of things. The worst thing you could do is wash your dog at home with like human shampoo. It's going to clog their pores. It's not nourishing. It's not built for their pH. A lot of people too will wash outside with cold water, so it's just going to close those follicles. Your dog's going to shed even more. A wet dog, we talked before, should not stink. A wet dog that stinks is still a dirty dog, so your dog should smell clean when it's wet. And so and it should just be a way of life. They might not need it all the time, but by creating that foundation, having them come in to get their nails done, even just a quick bath or brush out. It doesn't, and be honest with the groomer. Like, we have lots of clients that I just want my dog brushed in between because I know I'm not going to brush it all the way out. I don't want that big shave. So all those things.
No, these are good points because, look, I'm now on my third Shiba Inu, and look at that. It literally is, I remember when this is before I met you. This is years back. I think it was with Nico. And I came and picked up Nico, and they were like, Monica, do you want to see the amount of hair we got off of him?
Yeah,
It could have been an entire sweater.
Yes, yeah.
It's crazy. They filled up an entire trash can.
Exactly. And so that too, when people say, oh, I have a dog that doesn't need to be groomed, such as like a Shiba Inu, a Lab, all those smooth-coated things, that couldn't be farther from the truth, because how they self-regulate and insulate themselves from the winter and the cold is you have to pull out all that dead hair still. So when you see a dog that has all those tufts of hair and they don't need a haircut, that's actually compacting them, making them hotter. So they have to have that insulation of airflow between the guard hair and their skin to regulate their body temperature.
So if we were to, and this is what I hate, in fact, I just said I want her to be closer so I can get her stretched. I want her to be closer so I can get I don't want to take my dog to any other groomer. I mean, once you get the best, and I know she can't do it now, but she's trained the rest that are here. So you're getting that kind of
me out yet. They're just gonna say, just ice it. It's good. I'm not ready to be out yet.
So I know you're hurting though.
Yeah.
And that's obviously why we didn't do. We are going to do this. Her daughter thinks it's brilliant. So you game?
I'm game.
My director, though, has to be with me because obviously I can't do all of that and hold the mic. Well, you could hold the microphone and film for me.
Yes.
No, we're going to do this where we're going to edit up an entire package, and she's not going to do a thing except for speak. And she's going to tell me.
That's so hard.
Monica, no. Monica, no. I'll be like, nope. Tie her hands down. Don't let her do anything. So I want it to be done. I think you'll all really enjoy this, where she gets to show me everything that, well, and again, hopefully my dogs will behave where they won't poop all over themselves. But
and it's different with
a parent.
With a pet parent, it'll be totally different with a pet parent.
So she said that last night when we were thinking of doing it today. She was like, "It'll be interesting of how they act when the parents are there." So what do you normally see when the parents are and aren't?
Oh, it's night and day. And even my own dogs or groomer dogs, we'll swap each other's dogs because they get affection from us. They and not that we're not giving affection, but it's different nonverbal handling. Just like how kids are different with grandma and
they
mom,
act up.
and they act up, and so it'll be interesting how many times you have to keep turning her, or
because she told me
because they know what they could get away with.
That's it.
Yeah.
When Tessa and Adelaide and Opus all came here to get groomed, I thought for sure I was going to be like, Tessa's the easiest, right? And she's like, no, Tessa moves around a lot because she's everybody's friend.
She wanted just to look at me in the eyes, and so I didn't matter how many times I walked around the table. I had to, Opus was like a statue. He was perfect.
And he is.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Before we show the rescue, by the way, Morsel's going to be coming in. I do want to address this. So as we are getting into that 90-degree weather, and we're talking hot spots, and the dogs are in the heat, and again, we know that we're supposed to be putting sunscreen and stuff on. Opus, and probably like a lot of your dogs right now, he is either biting at or licking himself, and I looked at his poor paws, and I'm like, I keep trying to get him to stop, and I have some spray that I sprayed on, some natural spray to try to get him to stop the itching or the bacteria that might be in it. But he bit or licked off the hair on his tail. At the top of his tail, I can see it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's on the...
Yeah.
So Jim's like, it's not growing back. That hair won't grow back?
It should. It depends. Unless it's like so damaged or scar tissue.
I'm going to have you look.
Yeah, it should come back.
But if it doesn't...
He's got a naked tail?
No, this is Jim. Jim goes, well, they can just chop it off.
Oh, get out of here.
He
would
did
not chop his tail off.
He's like, what? They do that to dogs. I'm like, what?
What? No.
Please tell me you're kidding, Jim. Yeah, but have you seen that? They just lick or bite it completely off.
Especially springtime.
It's like it's this much of his tail that you can see.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. He's probably starting to get some seasonal allergies. The mold's really high.
Yeah, I saw some stuff under his eyes.
Yeah. So
crazy,
if
they
you've
have allergies.
ruled out anything internally, because like any new treats or new food that's causing that, because that is the number one cause of like extra de-shedding, is it's what they're putting in their body. But this time of year, it's not uncommon, and the best thing you can do is just take a damp towel and wipe everything off, even if you can't, just that little bit of every time they go outside, just wiping their feet off.
That's the hardest thing with him, as you know, is him trying. But so I have to put a leash on him to get him over to me to then wipe it off. But yes, those things do go a long way. These are all the tips for you, by the way. If you are just tuning in, Pawsitive Talk Time. Jessica Cooke, again, the owner of Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. Julie said thank you for helping my dad with his dog.
Yes, Eminem.
Eminem.
They reached out. It was a Shih Tzu that got kicked out of grooming and grooming places, and actually was quite naughty and was biting them. And so we said we brought him in for training and grooming training, because sometimes with age, or if they have a couple bad experiences, he definitely was anticipating some things, and so he went through our program. He's a great boy to groom now, no longer giving the pet parents
He's
trouble.
not failing out.
No.
See, I'm telling you, this place is different. Good morning, Jenny. Rose, let's have Jessica on again talking about boarding. You probably already have, but it's vacation season coming up. Yes, so there's a lot. She's told me before, some people board for a week. They're on a 2-week vacation. What's the longest you've had somebody go away?
We have
3
quite
months?
a few clients that go back home to India, and about 3 months. We have a cat that's currently been with us for about 8 weeks, Jasmine. So yeah, it just depends. And they do great. It's a regular way of life. They've been regular clients. So yes. So summertime, when you book your vacation, book your
theirs.
dog's vacation.
And don't wait to the last second and think, oh my gosh, I got to get them in. The people have already been organized and have done that. Chris, what can you do to help your slick-haired dog keep from getting hives when they go outside and roll around in the grass or the clover?
Again, it's seasonal, hopefully. If it's all summer long, it's really just wiping it down, getting the residue off. Unfortunately, there's not, you don't want to put so many topical things on. It's really just whatever has kind of stuck to them on all the pollen and everything, just wiping it all off.
And you've told us before, even though we think it's cute, and we're like, oh, it smells like corn chips. That's actually bacteria.
Yeah.
You have the little feet? That's
Yeah,
bacteria,
that's
folks.
Stinky feet is, yeast and bacteria.
Not good. Thank you, Jenny. She said, I love this segment on dog care. Rose, are there dogs you turn away from boarding?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's all about, we want the dog to be in a safe as possible, staff to be safe as possible. There's some dogs that are just dangerous, and so we refer, because here our dogs, we don't have indoor outdoor, they are luxury rooms, so it's a lot of interaction. It's great for social butterflies. We're known for the older dogs and the puppies, but if we can't safely get a dog in and out of a room, and it's far and few, but there are some where the parents are like, you're not going to be able to get this dog in and out, or if the parents have to put the dog in the room, and we suggest a kennel down the road that has indoor-outdoor runs where they don't have to touch the dog. The dogs are, for those kinds of dogs. I actually would have one if it was my one of my rescues that doesn't like anybody or anything. He does fine here because they know him and know how to handle him. But if this was not around, he would have to go to a facility where I would say, just let me put him in the room. I'm not going to put his food bowl in there, and then I'll come get him in a week.
Here's what I see. Those dogs, they need, kind of like we have the professionals that detail our cars, and then there's the cars that just drive through. You just need a drive-through for dogs.
Yeah.
They can't be handled.
And most medical cases, as far like we board diabetic dogs, we had the dog celebrate the 21st birthday here. So it's all about just having that open relationship with the owners. We work closely with the vets. Diabetic dogs that are here for a long time, we have them establish a relationship with the pet doctors so they can check blood glucose level. Yeah, having all those. So usually it's just behaviors who we turn down as far as aggressive behaviors where we're not going to be able to handle.
Well, because we're trying to take care of them.
Yeah,
and again, if they're acting up at your house or they act up with you, don't try to turn them over to a groomer and be like, you deal with them. It was also...
we like a good challenge, but we also, if
we got to protect you.
we have to.
We're being very protective of Jessica, by the way. Jessica's going to let us know what the doctor says. It's Friday, right? She's getting an MRI, so let's send some healing prayers and thoughts to her. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to meet Morsel. Morsel's been here how long?
Since October.
Okay, and you had mentioned, are you taking in, or are you still trying to get rid of your long-timers?
Doing some long
You're
time.
doing
We
both?
do, yeah, we
Okay.
do. I have one we didn't introduce, he came last night. So we're just, again, we're a responsible rescue, and summertime is a busy time, and it's such a process for intakes that we keep our numbers kind of low during the summer, so.
And by the way, I did want to put this up here because it's very important. When you absolutely love what has been done to your animal, leave a review, by the way. This is very big because then other people, when they're looking for a great groomer, they're looking for a great place to go and board, ratings, reviews are very, very big, right? What would be the best for you? Is it Google, or where would you want them to leave a review?
Anywhere. Google, tell your friends, Facebook, anything. Even, it goes such a long way, even like in person when people come in, they
nice.
say
something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Say how much you appreciate what they've done for you. Okay, Morsel, we get a chance to meet. And so if it is time for you to adopt, I want you to stay tuned so you can see if Morsel's right for you. If not, you have open meet and greet?
Yep, today and tomorrow from 11 to 4.
Okay, so come and check out the dogs. Again, when it is your time. If not, do us a favor and share the show so that other people can know about Yuppie Puppy if they've never heard about them before. Okay, Morsel when we return.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
by the end of this, I want 100% raising your hands. I'm here to empower you because you all have intrinsic value. I don't care if someone has told you that you don't. Today, we are here to make you believe in yourself.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Bonacorsi, and I'm the president and founder of J Bloom. And I chose Monica Adams to be our keynote speaker because of the positivity that she illuminates whenever she speaks. She's an amazing influence and has so much impact on these women that they are going to leave changed.
It's a constant education. Never stop being the leader. If you are given the opportunity to be, and I hate the word boss, by the way, don't we like leader more? Have you all seen that image of a boss shouting behind their team and then the leader out in the trenches? And I know there's a lot of people that are thrown into your paths, and there are people who try to squash your dreams. It could be your partner, it could be your parents, your children, a boss that you've had, but you cannot, from this day forward, I'm going to ask you to not give them power any longer. So we think it, we write it, we hear it. Think right here. Make connections today. Then pave that way. You now have the awareness. So how do you pave that path?
Your message, like at the end, you can be anything, but before that, be kind.
Yep.
My husband's a pastor, and that every one of his sermons, that's always within it. That be kind.
Yep.
You have to be kind.
It is.
Oh, you're fine.
Look at this. So there's an employee out there who still thinks of you because you were kind to them. Never stop being that leader. By the way, I want to be remembered for this phrase when I'm no longer on this earth. The greatest rewards in life come from the most uncomfortable walk. God meant for me to talk to you. Oh, it's okay. You, honey, have a lot of value. And someone's told you that you don't. And I was meant to be in your life today. I've always said, I have chills. Do we all have chills? God, I say, if you can have me change one person's life, then I have done your job. I'm hoping it's all of you. But see, she's not okay for whatever reason. I don't know your story, but I'm going to tell you they're wrong. And all these women believe in you.
To hire Monica Adams for your next event, email info@therealmonicaadams.com.
Okay, Jessica, you get to do my job.
Okay.
What? Let's meet.
Monica,
There
who do we
go.
have here today?
This is Morsel. As you can see, Morsel is all about love. And this is what you would get, hugs. Morsel has been here since the fall of last year, right?
Yes.
Too long. We want to get Morsel adopted out. Look at the camera. Look, come on. Kisses. This is what you would get. Now, this is a perfect dog for a family and kids that just want to have a lot of energy. Oh, come on. How beautiful is Morsel? All right, tell us a little bit, again, people that may have just tuned in. There we go. Right at the camera.
Okay,
Tell us about you.
Morsel's 5 years old. He was adopted at 12 weeks old from a woman at the APA and has spent his whole life with her. She became terminally ill with cancer. He never left her side. And so he is just a ball of love. He's great. He's kid approved, dog approved, cat approved. Does some pretty cool tricks with tennis balls.
5, you say, or 4?
Four. But
You
he
wanna
just
introduce
keeps
everybody to her?
rotating. Yep, this is Shauna.
Hi, Shauna.
Hi, nice to meet you guys.
What do you love about working here?
The rescue dogs. I love spending time with them, helping them find homes and everything, and then seeing the boarders when their rescues come back is pretty awesome. So,
And you've been here how long?
10 months almost.
All right. So are you hiring, by the way?
We are hiring.
Yep.
Yes, we're looking for groomers
Always.
and then I believe a few hotel staff, but don't quote me on that because Megan might have already filled those spots.
It is a hotel, by the way. It is a true what? Now look, see? Now Morsel is sitting. There you go. Waiting for you and then coming back up to give a hug. All right, we wanted to make sure that we showed Morsel before we wrapped up. Morsel, let's get you adopted out. So again, there is a meet and greet on tap for today and tomorrow.
Yes, from 11 to 4.
So do you want to come meet Morsel? The answer is yes. Let's be able to follow along on their social media pages and find out that Morsel has been adopted. Come here, baby. One more hug. Oh, now you're going to sit. You want to come up? Up. No? Yes? There we go. The big jump for the camera. Morsel, thank you. I'm going to get you adopted. We're going to get you adopted. I know you all love golden retrievers and labs, and come on, this is one of the best. Let's get them adopted out. All right, Jessica, well, thank you again. On my back. Hi, baby. Let's go for a ride. Come on, I would love this dog. Jim's like, no more, Monica. That's the kind of fun that you can have, folks. Again, remember, when it comes time to adopt, Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. They've got the babies here. Chris said, will a rescue dog who is between 2 and 5 years old ever learn to play with toys, even though he has never had a ball or a stuffy to play with? Good question, by the way, because Opus does not play with any toys.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Some dogs are toy motivated, some are food motivated, some are praise motivated. So just really finding what sparks their interest. There's no wrong answer. And again, anything through routine. But yeah, some dogs are just not toy players.
Yep. No, Opus is cheese motivated.
Yep. There you go.
All right, my friend, I'm going to send. Which one is it?
It's this one.
Okay, all this healing energy we have over this. Thank you, Morsel. Let's get you adopted. And all of you, do us a favor and share the show with all your friends and family. Let's take it all around social media so we can get these babies adopted out. All right, folks, have a beautiful day. Tomorrow, by the way, Foodie Friday, and it is with Lauren Nolick from Balkan Treat Box and Telva in Webster Groves. She is our James Beard finalist. She'll find out if she wins coming up in June. So that's on tap for you tomorrow. Until then, have a great day. We'll see you in the morning. God bless.
The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Exist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.